Good morning, good afternoon, depending where you're at. Welcome back to my show. Thank you very much. Um, Today I'm very. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm not very happy. A couple of days ago, I made news about Mr. Ibu being sick, and the man went to the hospital, but he got his legs cut off. Okay, despite all the help he had from the people, and they still went ahead and cut off Mr. Ibu's leg, which is very unfortunate. The reason why I say it is unfortunate because Mr. Ibu himself didn't want to do this to him. He said this. He said that, please, I don't want to lose my leg. That's what he said in the video when he was laying down in the hospital, asking for public financial support. But unfortunately, Mr. Ibu's legs has been cut off. That is why I'm so little bit devastated, and this is making me so angry because if I take a look at what is happening to all the Nigerian movie stars, it is very unfortunate for all of them to go through what they are going through. Let me tell you the truth. They're not supposed to go through what they are going through because they don't deserve it. They deserve much better than what is happening to them. A lot of Nigerian movie stars have passed away, and it was like some of them died young and some of them just die from like just like that. A lot of people have come up with speculation like, oh, there's some type of spiritual movement power behind it. That's why these Nigerian people, they are so full of sacrificing human beings and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of Nigerian movie stars are being sacrificed to their Nollywood movie industry gods or whatever they call it, and whatever. Look, all that is nonsense. Okay, I know you want to spread some type of I I can't call it conspiracy theory or whatever, or some type of things to made up in a society just to make people go against one another, right? That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that for us, a human being, to be there for one another, and we can live a better life. But when people always feel like, oh, I'm being cheated, I'm not being liked, I'm not being treated fairly, it brings a lot of confusion, it brings a lot of complication, which is what we really must try hard to avoid. You see, when they cut off Mr. Ibu's leg, it was very unfortunate. Another reason is because Mr. Ibu is not going to walk again. Mr. Ibu will never walk again. That if that doesn't sound so appealing enough to convince you, I'm sorry. You need to check yourself and put yourself in Mr. Ibu's shoes and know how it feels like to live without leg, to have your leg cut off. It is very unfortunate. No one is praying for that to happen. And believe me, we have to make sure that we pray for one another so that doesn't happen to anyone, anybody. So we have to do that. Not even you. You don't want this to happen to you. What just happened to Mr. Ibu? I pray for him to look. This is very hard to say. Look, Mr. Ibu is not gonna walk again. He might not even survive this or live long after this. Look, something terrible might happen to Mr. Ibu after this. They cut off his leg, and believe me, this man did not probably he didn't authorize this because he never liked it. He always said that please help me. I need financial help. I need money. I can't afford hospital bills, and the money all I have is finished. I need financial help from the public. That's what Mr. Ibu was asking for. And he said, they said if they don't send him abroad to get better treatment, or the only option, the doctor said, they're gonna have to cut off his leg. And Mr. Ibu said, I really, really don't want my leg to be cut off. I don't want them to cut off my leg. That's what Mr. Ibu said. He appealed to them and he appeals to the public that he doesn't want his leg to be cut off. But why Mr. Ibu's leg has now been cut off? That is a very unfortunate situation for Mr. Ibu. And I hope everyone should understand how it is to have your legs cut off. And somebody like Mr. Ibu doesn't deserve that. Mr. Ibu deserves better. When I go on and say all the things that happen to Nigerian Nollywood movie stars, it is like, look, I'm not trying to bring any confusion between people here, okay? But all I'm trying to say is people need to treat each other with respect and fairly. Whatever business you're doing, you have to treat one another with respect. If you can't do that, whatever business you do, it is not going to progress because there's no respect and there's no understanding and there's no fairness. No, you have to have fairness, even though it's not 100%, but at least 30 to 40% fairness is okay. And I believe that is exactly what those people lacks. They don't have that. They don't have that kind of policy in place that can provide protection for the workers, for the movie workers, movie stars. Those people are gonna work hard. They're gonna work, travel. Look, even the other movie star just had a stroke on movie set. Says he was on the movie set and he had a stroke, and they took him to the nearby hospital, where they transfer him to another hospital. The man is still lying down in the hospital right now, and he is also asking for public help, financial help. Listen, people are not even asking for prayer anymore these days. They are only asking for financial help, money. It is all about money now. People don't have money. It is very hard to make money. Money is very hard to make. If you don't believe me, trust me. Think about how much money you have. Look at how much money you have in your bank account right now, and let me know if it is big enough to do whatever you want to do in your life. Tell me, go and take a look at your bank account. Money is very hard to make because there's nothing comes free in life. Everything comes with sacrifice or service. You have to provide service or you have to sacrifice something in order to get something. You have to spend your time, you have to spend your energy, you have to spend, look, maybe everything that you want to do, you have to put it aside to look for money. Money is very hard to make. And all these Nigerian movie stars are asking for when they get sick, not only Nigerian movie star. This also go to Guinea, Liberia, all over West Africa. All over West Africa. Whenever the artists get sick, they'll run out of money and come on social media and start asking the public for financial help. That is ridiculous. It is unacceptable. It is ridiculous. It is unfair. And it shouldn't be like that. These people shouldn't be asking public for that. They should be taken care of. Look, if they don't know what to do, I would have told them the solution already on my last podcast. I told them this is how people do in America. When they sign up an artist, okay, they know that you are a brand new artist and you're young, and they know that you're gonna be happy when you start getting money, and you're gonna start saying things and start attacking other people, start making enemy for themselves. That is what they do in America. As you know, so long they are making money, they're gonna get on the mic and start insulting people and start making enemy for themselves and start having, they call it beef. They start having beef with other rappers and other artists. And that's what they do. Okay, so the next thing you know, they start showing off diamond rings and necklace and cars and cash. So they get shot. Most of them get killed, right? What they do, they put life insurance and health insurance on them in case something happened to that artist. In case something happened to that artist, they are covered. They have life insurance on them and health insurance. They have to sign up those policies before they can even sign for a record label deal. That's the first thing that they have to sign up before they can start making anything. Okay, that's what they do in America. And that's why you don't hear people in America asking for, oh my god, this artist is sick, that artist is dying, and if he don't get money from this public financial help, he's going to die. He's going to get his leg cut off. You don't hear that in America, and you will never hear it. You will never hear that in Europe, and you will never hear that in Australia. You will never hear that in Canada. You will never hear that in Asia. You only hear that type of things in Africa. Why? Must it be always be Africa? Must Africa? What is wrong with Africa? Can Africa put it together and figure things out and make things right for themselves? What is happening? What is going on with Africa? Listen, let me explain to you what happened when all this slavery started in Africa. So it still exists. They got this slavery mentality in their head that they want to slave each other. They want, even themselves, they want to enslave themselves. That is very, very crazy. How can you enslave yourself? I know, look, we are mad, we are angry at other people coming from European countries and Western world and colonize us and take over whatever we had. And I know, okay, that happened, but they came and they left. So I don't think we should blame them. We should continue to blame them. We shouldn't continue to blame them. Okay? We should blame ourselves now because that was in the past. The past is in the past. There's no way that we can bring the past to present. The past is the past. So let us stop making excuse and say, "Oh, my ancestor was a slave. They went and bought my ancestor and enslaved my ancestor, and I'm the victim." No, you're no longer the victim. Okay, your ancestor went through it. They sacrificed. They went through it for you. Now you have your freedom. You have your peace. You have your option to make. You have, look, the choice is yours, and you have to make one. Either they will make you one. That's how it is. You can either make your own choice, or they make it for you. Let me tell you something. You don't want them to make your choice for you. You don't want them. You don't want them to make a choice for you. Please try to make the right choice for yourself. It's very important to make the right choice for yourself. Very, very important. Because if you don't make the right choice for yourself, if they make the choice for you, it is not going to be good. You're not going to like it. Okay? When the British, England, UK, the country we call, this little tiny country in Europe, we call UK, England, okay? When they give license to English businessmen to go out and hunt for slave and buy slave and profit from it. When British give license to businessmen in British to go and buy slaves and profit from it, that was when they started going to Africa. They started in Sierra Leone. When they started in Sierra Leone, those British businessmen load up the ship with guns, clothes, sugars, food stuff. Look, things that our ancestors back in the day didn't have. All right. When the British men started going up to Africa and they started buying real human from the African kings, they brought them to South America, all right, and sold them to the Spanish plantation owners, all right. They was not selling them to any government. They was not selling those slaves to any leaders, okay. They were only selling them to plantation owners in South America. And those plantation owners were Spanish, from Spain. That's why they speak Spanish in Mexico. That's why they speak Spanish in Brazil, Argentina, name it. Go down to South America, it's all Spanish. And Ronaldinho is dark skin, by the way. That's why you see a lot of black people in Brazil, a lot of black people in Mexico, a lot of black people in uh, everywhere. All these Spanish colony area are full of black people. There are a lot of black people among the slave that they had before the black people arrived. All right. So when they continue selling those people, the Spanish plantation owners, those plantation owners was paying them sugar cane, money, anything they can exchange with, human being with. They will take all those stuff back to England. They will come to Africa and buy human being from king, African king, and force some of them, because they have guns and weapons, in their ship and brought them to South America. Let me repeat. These people are from England. They are from UK. They are British. England, UK. That is where it all started from. These all slave things you see started from England and France. They started it. When they went to Africa and bought those slaves and brought them to South America and sold them to Spanish plantation owners, they look at it, how much money and how much profit those Spanish plantation owners were making. They were like, wait a minute. We think this is a good business and we can make good money and we can make a lot of money from this. So they wanted to expand slavery. What they do? They started looking at their own plantation. These same British people that were selling black African slave to Spanish plantation owner started thinking about having their own plantation and use the slaves instead of selling them to Spanish plantation owner. They now want to use those slaves in their own plantation. So what did they do? The British men went to Alabama and settled down in Alabama and brought slaves to Alabama and started working on plantation in Alabama. That is where the slavery spread all the way to West Coast, East Coast. It spread all over the United States. That is how British men, look, that's how the slavery started. And Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Guinea, Ghana, Senegal, Mali, Cameroon, Egypt, all these Africa. Africa is just, they will explode. Africa was exploded, and it was like they took over everything. They took as much as they want, and up to now, they now change it. All right, they have now changed it into modern slavery to enslave one another, and that's what Nollywood is doing to the movie star. They are enslaving them, and believe me, enslaving people, what goes around comes around. They're gonna get paid. All right. After these people settled down in Alabama, slavery started spreading all over. They started buying more slaves, more slaves. Look, all those things they were making in America, those slaves were making in America were being shipped back to UK. Just like I said, they were getting those profit from Spanish people and send it to UK. And it was the same way. When they make those things, plantation in Alabama, they were shipping it to UK. That's what they were doing. All those slave things they were doing, all those plantation work they were doing, everything was being shipped to UK. Until what? They started abolishing slavery, and they started civil war started. They started like wanting to break apart. Look, Brexit is one example. Europe, it will break apart, just like United States and UK broke apart, because people that were from UK, people from UK who were selling slaves were the one who end up settling down in Alabama in America and continue expanding slavery. They call it triangle slavery. It goes like this. So they go to Africa, from UK to Africa, from Africa to America, and then from America to UK. So they would go to Africa, buy slaves, come to America, work, make them work, and take everything back to UK. And then UK will look like innocent. UK will just look like an innocent country, and people will look like, oh my God, UK is now the one responsible for this. All right, America was the one enslaving people. No, okay, America was not the one enslaving people in America. It was UK, English. It was English, British. It was the British that did it. Y'all have to blame them. You have to blame them for all those things that you people have right now, especially when they went and brainwash people with their education and with their religious, with their Christianity belief and all that stuff. They went and brainwash people to believe that, oh, they are so civilized. Oh, they are the only this the only civilization we have. And if you don't have this civilization, you are out of there. That is all they teach them. If you don't do it, they portray Jesus as a white man. Nothing is black in the Bible. Everything is white. Look, can somebody be black in among the great people that would, like Jesus and Muhammad and Abraham and Moses? Can one of them be black? Why all of them have to be light? Look, that is ridiculous. So they show us something that they want us to believe. Okay, that is what they do. So they enslave our ancestor and make it look like, oh, all those slavery happened in the United States. I know the labor happened in the United States. The hard work happened in the United States. Okay? All that happened in the United States, but it was the people from England that went and bought slaves from Africa and went to United States and settled down there and make them work, and they took all the things they work and sent it back to UK. That was a triangle slavery. That is what it said it. Okay? When that happened, America, look, those triangle slavery, they got tired of it, and they decided to just break apart. America was like, okay, you know what? Let us, since we are from British also, it is okay. We can just call our own country. Let us have our independence. British was like, no, we are one people. What do you mean? You people have to stay with us, okay? No, we want to stay by ourselves now. You see, they want to break apart, and they started fighting. They started fighting for their freedom. That's why July 4th comes in. They got they have to fight for their independence in order to break apart from British. That same people broken apart, and it is same people are broken apart in Brick State right now. You see, Europeans are broken apart, and it is the same people that spread all over Europe. Those same people. There's no different. And that slavery is still continuing in Africa. Nollywood is the perfect example of enslaving their movie star. They are not cooperating with them. They are killing them. Look, according to them, some of the people are even saying that they are being sacrificed to. Look, I don't know if that is true or not, but all I have to say that they need a fair system, a better system. They need to reform the system and be like, okay, let us change this to this and make it right for everyone. Let us have a life insurance and health insurance for all the movie stars. All the movie stars who sign up with our company, we're gonna sign up life insurance policy and health insurance policy. If you get paid 1 million naira per movie, 25 cents or 30 cents, very little amount. Don't charge them a lot. That way they don't even feel like you are taking something away from them. That's how you do. Don't make them feel like you're trying to cheat them. So charge them just a little. They will know. Look, people don't get sick like that. It takes time. So by the time you collect those money per movie, you remember? Do you know how many movie Nollywood have? Do you know how many movies those people make every month? That's a lot of movie. And by the time those people collect those 25 naira per movie, by the time they get sick in 10, 20 years, it's like that's a long time. They're gonna collect a lot of money on those life insurance and the health insurance policy. They'll collect a lot of money. And when emergency like this happen to one of them, what they do? All they have to do is to go and take him to the hospital and take care of the treatment and take care of the bill. That is all they have to do. You see? Very simple. But they don't want to do that. Look, even not that money they're going to collect from them for the life insurance policy, not only that, okay? The money they are making, the revenue they make from their streaming, that is a lot of money. That is enough for them to take care of those movie stars. How many people are there? If you count them, it's not even more than 300 or 400. Okay, look at how much money they are making, and look at how much streaming they have compared to when one gets sick once in a while, and how much money they can spend and treat the person. Look at how much money they can spend. Not a lot compared to how much money they make. They make a lot more than how much they're gonna spend on those people. Trust me. They're not gonna spend all their revenue on them. So it is too much money they make. They make billions of dollars. I'm telling you, these people make billions of dollars. Nollywood make billions of dollars in revenue. If you don't believe me, look it up. They make billions of dollars, and there's no way that they can tell me that they couldn't take Mr. Ibu abroad to get better treatment. I know those artists tried their best and tried to pay the bills. You know, they tried to look. Mr. Ibu didn't want his leg to be cut off. He wanted a better treatment. That's why he wanted to go abroad. But they didn't send him abroad. Why? Nollywood should have sent him abroad. Yeah, Nollywood should have sent him abroad so that he won't have his leg cut off. The reason why he got his leg cut off because he had this treatment in Nigeria, and they don't have better hospital in Nigeria. They have better treatment in Europe and America, in Canada and Australia and Asia. That's why he wanted to go. He didn't want to stay in Nigeria and get the treatment because he knew the doctor told him if he get the treatment in Nigeria, he will have his leg cut off. And he was begging, I don't want to lose my leg. He was begging to go abroad. But unfortunately, people want to help, and they want to help him stay in Nigeria and get treatment and get the hospital bills paid. That was it. Come on now. Look, Nollywood should. This is ridiculous. I'm disappointed. I hope Mr. Ibu live long after this. I pray for him and his family. I pray for all the other movie stars that are sick, all the other people that are sick that can't get help, that people are taking advantage of. I pray for all of you. I pray. Thank you. Please share this video, and I will see you in the next video. Have a nice day.